Hey again, Landon from Messenger Organizer. Let's talk about how we schedule automated messages inside of Messenger Organizer today, okay? So in our last video, we showed you how to build the templates. And those templates we use to actually send automated messages to our conversations, to our list, to the people we've placed in folders. So let's jump in here. We click on the Messenger Organizer icon, and we're going to click on the CRM tab. And this is where we'll do all of our template work, all of our automated messaging work, and several other things which we'll talk about in future videos. But you can see here, in our last video, we made a bunch of templates, right? We made a bunch of messages, pre-made messages that can then be used in our automated message feature, okay? So we made these messages, and if we click on this schedule tab here, you can see here the automation queue is empty. We don't have any messages scheduled right now. But what we can do is we can click on this schedule queue, and then this is going to ask you a series of questions. This first one is, which group of people do you want to send the message to? So the folder selection is like which tag, which folder, which group of people do you want to send this message to? For the sake of this example, we're just going to use our Hassan folder. Hassan's our developer of Messenger Organizer, and so he doesn't mind getting a few automated messages. Here you can actually select the time and the date that you want the message to be sent out. However, and pay really close attention to this because I don't want anybody to be confused about what scheduling actually means with the automated messages. So because Facebook does not like any kind of bot behavior, we don't let users schedule a message and then just have it sent out whether they're on their computer or not. You actually have to have your computer up, turned on, your browser open, and you should be in Facebook or Messenger to allow this automated message to actually send out. Okay, the reason that is because we want to, as closely as we can, mimic human behavior so that we keep your account safe, we keep your conversation safe, we do all those things that Facebook is asking us to do to make sure that the account is safe, you're not going to be thrown into Facebook jail, anything like that. And so even though you might schedule a time here and a date, and maybe it's several days down the road, you still have the responsibility to open up your browser, get into Messenger, and have that open at least so that this can work in the background. It will not work, it will not send out the automated message if your computer's turned off, if you don't have a browser open, or your computer's sleeping even, anything like that, it's not going to send out. So the computer needs to be open, active, browser up, best if you're in Messenger or in Facebook, so that this message can actually send when it's supposed to. So I always like to explain that because sometimes people think, oh, I scheduled it and then it never went out, and I don't see it. It's because we have to show some human behavior, some showing up so that we can keep your Facebook account safe. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you understand why that's necessary. So you can schedule here, and for the sake of this example, we could say, all right, it's 1:24 now where I'm at. Let's make this 1:26 p.m. And then here we choose a template folder. So this is a folder we've created, and each folder may have a bunch of different messages inside of them. So if you know you need to pick a message template from the MO customer folder, you click that, and then this is going to show you the templates available. And so maybe I want to click this one. It's going to auto-populate here. And like you see here, you can use this name bracket to use the first name of the lead. So if you want to personalize this automated message, you could put that in there and then schedule it. And when it sends off, it'll use that person's first name when creating the message, sending the message. So we've got that all set up. We're going to go ahead and hit schedule. You can see here in the background the queue's been scheduled. And then this is what you'll see. You'll see a pending status while this is waiting to send. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video just for a second while this is pending. And again, it's going to show you here the time they anticipate it's going to be sent out. So I'm going to pause this for just a couple minutes, and then I'm going to jump back on as soon as the message sends, and I'll show you how it's sent and how that works. Okay, and we're back. So you can see now the queue status of that automated message says completed. This is when it was sent. And now we can actually go back to Messenger and check and see if that's actually the case. So we go back in, here's our message. Hey, Saeed Hassan uses the first name. My name's Landon Smith. And that's our pre-made template, our message, right? And so that's how it's going to send. And if you had 50 people on this list, then it would go through those and it would vary those every few minutes, sending those out every few minutes to mimic human behavior, keep your account safe, and then as they complete, they'll say completed moving down through those, okay? Now, if for whatever reason you started one and you realized, oh, I don't want to send that message to everybody, you can hit this clear queue status and it would actually stop sending that out to anybody, okay? In the future, we're going to be adding a feature where you can pause and resume the automated message and also exclude certain individuals from a folder. So if you got a folder of 50, but you say, oh, I don't want to send it to these 15 people inside of the folder, we're going to add a feature here that'll be on this side where you can actually exclude those people from receiving the automated message, okay? Now, we highly recommend that you don't do more than 50 people in a set of queued automated messages. The reason that is because we've tested that, we've tried it, we've had users test it and try it, and once you exceed that 50 number, Facebook starts to get a little suspicious about what's going on because there's so many messages happening one after another, even though the times do vary. So be careful not to send more than 50 messages at a time in terms of an automated message approach, okay? In the future, as we continue to update the software, there will be an internal limit where we won't let you schedule more than 50 messages at a time. Right now, that's not in place, so we always tell everyone, please be careful, don't schedule more than 50, keep your account safe, and stay under that threshold. But that's really how you're going to send out the automated messages. You use those templates we built before, put them in the scheduled queue, and then if you ever want to stop it or you want to clear what's showing here, you can hit that clear button and it'll delete all those. So let me know if you have any questions about sending out automated messages or the templates or anything else. I'm going to jump on again in a future video and show you all the rest of these cool features. Thanks.